Okay, hello and welcome back to Prime Arena, where even though we're sent a code, there's only, free rotation, which is a bit odd. If you sent me the code, you'd think you'd have given me everything, but I guess, you have to have free rotation. But it at least shows everything in English now, so, I waited for an update so you could actually see things. Right, so attack, defense, abilities, difficulty, so we're going to look for something a bit... Who's the lowest of the difficulties? Okay, so you two are the lowest of the difficulties, but you're not very strong on attack, you're pretty weak on defense. So I think that guy's got a lot more defense, so reduce the damage dealt by the hero, throws back nearby enemies, okay, so hero wolves can attack twice. Why is he humming the Dave theme tune? So summoned wolves to help, so I think this guy sounds like the one that we're going to go with. But we've got some points, obviously. Oh, that's the leaderboard. So that's my position. So, yeah. I figured, now that it's actually in English... yeah, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, that puzzled me as well. But now that it's actually in English, and you can read all of the heroes' powers, and they're not all in Russian and all this other stuff, so you're not going to let me read other heroes whilst we're waiting for it to load, which is a bit unfortunate. But, I figured now that they've got updates, I'd show it. So his defense is way lower than the other guy, and, his attack isn't that much better, to be honest. But wolves helping us definitely sounds interesting. And then piercing spears, so we can deal a lot of damage. But I think the main thing is to avoid the enemies and, maybe go for the mobs until they've kind of injured themselves. Although it was also a good idea that well, everything is AI. Everyone is an AI. There is nobody playing the game on a Sunday at 3:30 PM. That seems very odd to me, but I guess dead game, I guess. Awkward. So yeah, that can be an issue sometimes as well. Like, there were a lot of Russian people playing it, but are they still playing it? I guess not. I guess I'm the only one now playing it at this time. Okay, so right click to move, and then we'll go and maybe we can take down some of these AIs, because there's a million AIs, right? So Q is wolf call, and then W, right? So I'm going to call in some wolves on W. No, W isn't going to work, so go over here. W. Q, let's summon in another wolf. Right, wolves, do my bidding. They're attacking me rather than the wolf, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, so let's fire in. We're not quite in the W range, right? So W. I don't know what the W is even doing, to be honest. In terms of ability casting, wolves follow target 5 seconds. Okay, so I guess something. F. Ceremonial dagger. Let's just Q, W, F. And take down the guy. Should hopefully work, right? So let's W, Q. Let's bring in a new wolf. And okay, so I've got 2 wolves now, so that should hopefully work. And then a life glyph. Does that give us healing? Okay, so can I summon in? How many wolves can I summon in? Okay, so I've got 2 nicely full power wolves. And I'll just send them in to attack everything for me. Get some level ups. Okay, so that's exhausted. I don't know what R even does. Okay, so these guys aren't even moving, which seems a bit odd. They're just regenerating over and over again. Am I meant to go for something beyond them, or are they just a farming point? Right, let's see what this portal takes us to. If the portal takes us anywhere. It does take us somewhere. Into a death zone, I guess. Oh yeah, I see on the map. The death zone's encroaching in, so I should maybe leave. Okay. Let's stay away from the death zone. That doesn't seem ideal, to be honest. So let's go move into the combat area a bit better. Teleporting into purple, not really ideal. Again, I don't know whether I'm actually succeeding in targeting any of these abilities. No, he's coming for me. Okay. He's definitely injuring us a lot. Right, so Wolf, take the aggro. Okay, so that wolf died in an instant. There we go. Again, I'm not really getting the hang of these abilities that well, to be honest. Right, just summon in another wolf and get him. He's not coming for me. Oh my god, he's taking a million years to kill anything. This guy is never going to get hurt. Never going to get injured, right? So there are 10 people of 32 left, I guess. But go get him. And we'll summon in another to go in and help. Let's just casually run past this guy, because otherwise we're going to spend 10 years on him and he's not really worth it. It doesn't seem worthwhile. These guys we can kill. Come on, summon in your other wolf. Get some crits in, and the final blows, you know, usual meta in these things. Okay, so suddenly we were in the death area. Right, where's the path through? I guess I'm gonna have to run through the death area. Just to get into the main area. Sorry, ignore the fact that we're in the death area. Oh my god. We're gonna have to get through that dragon to... No. Okay. Give me another wolf. Here's a player. Okay, so hopefully we can actually defeat this guy. Are these actually characters or are they... Run, your heads. Okay, well, I mean, you know, we got defeated. There are 4 people left. So we got some achievements, so, you know. Mechanic, health rating, we got 1 kill. Let's just spectate someone. So I guess you're not actually, or are you just healing? Fang, yeah, that must have been a character. The AIs are just sitting there. Really, the AIs don't even play. They just sit there. Bad AI. Okay, yeah. We've already lost, so, you know. Could be better. Could be better. That's all in Russian. You know, yeah. The AI doesn't even fight. So, you know, you don't seem like you have very good abilities. I don't know, what's the point in the circle thing? I don't understand that. Does this mean that I own the character or something? Okay, so rage for each attack or when taking damage. Deals damage to chosen directly, move backwards. Sure, that seems like an interesting player to play. So let's play one more battle as some sort of pimping Venetian architect of a steampunk future. I guess. You know, some of the character designs are quite interesting, and, you know, it could be an interesting game if it had more players. You know, the players need to be the one. And then also, the AI just sitting there doing nothing is not really good. The AI needs to actually do something rather than just sit in its spot and die. You know, if it's not actually partaking in the experience, you know, it's like, why do you even bother with them then? You filled it out with AIs, and, you know, maybe it's better to wait for some players, even if, you know, it would be a bit better than nothing happening. Okay, so I don't think my abilities are working that well. Oh, run. We're dead. That guy just had better abilities. No. Okay, so let's go with the defensive guy. You know, it seems like he might be the best. It reduces the damage dealt by the other hero, so that's going to work well. Then, you know, you can throw back the enemies, which is also going to work well. And then a landslide, you know, he's got quite a lot of defense and a fair bit of power, so he seems fairly... and becomes invulnerable and restores health. Okay, okay then. You only get it at level 10, but if you get to level 10, you're undefeatable. And you can use it whilst in a boulder. You can use abilities. Okay. Seems legit. Did I turn off my overlay to this? Show my overlay. These are the official channels. Go check me out. The game just needs some more people playing. You know, when there were people playing and the AI not moving is not ideal, right? So this is going out of combat, so we don't really want to do that. We don't necessarily want to go straight into other people as well. What is that? A glyph node. Let's just go left. Okay. Again, you know, are my abilities actually doing what I think they're doing? Unsuitable targets. I need to defeat these before we die. Hopefully we're regenning enough to not die. Okay, so I'm just literally spamming abilities to hopefully not die. Okay, so now we're regenning some health. Okay, so I can choose to level up something, I guess. So forest cloak or symbol of birds. Sure. Increases the speeds? I mean, I guess I can just do both of them. So they are... oh, was that a one-time use thing? Okay. That was probably not ideal. But, you know, we healed. Right, let's get this glyph nose. So they're things that you can pick up and use. Okay, so let's get into the combat. Right, so there was something there. Okay, so we're literally planting trees. We are tree master extraordinaire. Okay. Then F to pay respect. Right, you need to die. Then whatever this is. Right, let's just spam abilities at everything. Right, Q was maybe a waste there. Let's just bash on these fools until they're dead. Okay, so what's that? Antidote removes all ill effects. Okay, so there's someone there. There's an AI there. There's actually an enemy that's doing something. Where do you go? He's sliding. Aha. I mean, I want to kill you. You're damaging my armor. Okay. Okay, that's bad. Okay, so actually start healing. Okay, so R is heal, but I don't know why we can't use it. I guess because we're not level 10. But we heal up when we sit and wait, so I guess, you know, it's not the end of the world to just sit there and wait. Also, that's something maybe that heals us, a banner. So let's just attack that, or sit by it and heal up. And get some more skills, right? So now that we can start fighting. Okay, so the ability use is not that fantastic, or, you know, I'm just not really up on par with it. Okay, so we got some more things. So simpler stars and a symbol of stupefaction. We'll just use them all on an enemy when we find one. That's an AI. Okay, so... let's just spam everything. Where did he go? Did we beat him? He beat me. Right, there he was, hiding behind that. Did not go blind, did not go blind at all. So, you know, you were all level 10. I got to level 7. So the AI actually was doing things. It's just, they were doing them better than me. Except that guy, you know, I guess once you die, they just don't care and they stop moving. That's like the worst. Spectating, you know. Oh, is the AI doing anything? Let's spectate the rest. Oh, but no, they've given up because I've died. You know, the player's gone. They've got no reason to fight anymore. Anyway, so that was Prime Arena. We might come back to it if there's some other big change, but as it stands, it's like a little empty. And, you know, just playing against AI isn't ideal. So, thanks for watching. Join us again some more. Goodbye.